Hello and welcome. My name is Kate Forrester and I'm very excited today to be interviewing my great friend Eithne. She's multi-talented. She defines her work as being the holder of heart space, and we'll find out a bit later what that means. Eithne, that I call Muffy, is a great artist. She draws, paints, she writes beautifully well. She's a great photographer, and she also does card reading. So we're going to find out a bit more about this in a few minutes. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm really honoured, and I'll start with my first question, which is, what do you see when you look at yourself in the mirror?
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
It's an absolute honour for me to be here. Thank you. What do I see when I look in the mirror? Who do I see? I think I see my mum a lot lately. I see someone who is compassionate and caring and critical of myself a lot. But I'm learning to be a little bit more gentle with the things that I see that I don't really like. I've had a lot of time to get used to the changes that I've made. So yeah, I'm being a little more accepting of who I've become.
Do you look at yourself in the mirror every day? Like when you put on your makeup, do you actually take time to look at yourself in the mirror, or is it just something you do like habitually and without even thinking about it?
I think I do look, and there are times when I think, gosh, you look tired, or you look a bit stressed. And then there are other times when I think, oh my gosh, where did that light come from behind your eyes? It wasn't there yesterday. So yes, I'm very conscious of what I'm seeing, particularly because I use makeup as, it's like a mask. It's like my armor that I put on to present myself to the world.
That's interesting. So in the morning, before you go out, you put on your makeup. It's your protective mask. What are your feelings when you're putting on the makeup? Do you feel joyful putting that mask on, or do you really think about what people will be perceiving?
Not anymore. I perhaps used to, but these days it's like a ritual. I consciously put on my face, and then I leave it. I let it go. I never look at myself again until the end of the day. And I try not to think of myself as something that's false. I try to be as authentic as I possibly can, and just let go of the concept of this is protection, or this is who I'm trying to be. It's not about that. It's about I make the most of who I am and what I see, and then I just relax into being that person.
So the mask you put on with the makeup is actually what allows you to be free?
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives me, it sets the intention, and it's usually involved with the rest of my outfit, the colours that because I consciously choose the colours I'm going to wear that day, because I believe that colour is incredibly important. It lifts your mood, or it makes you feel good about yourself. And I think, and because the colors are attached to chakras and energy, so I think I like to think of myself as a work of art, and I walk outside my door saying, "This is me."
So you like to think of yourself as a work of art. I find that really interesting. Do you find that you're a beautiful work of art?
Sometimes. Sometimes, yes.
When you mentioned the fact that you saw your mother in the mirror, if you catch a glimpse of yourself during the day, do you recognize yourself, or do you find that you're judgmental, or do you see your mother, or what? How do you relate to that image in the mirror if it's by chance in the day?
Sometimes it's really surprising. It's a bit of a shock. I think, oh, I don't look like that. Who's that? Especially if I change the colour of my hair, it's a whole different ballgame. I gain a different persona. I can be so many different people. I'm not limited to just Muffy. It's not that I'm moody or anything like that. It's just I experience life in so many different ways, and beauty becomes so much a part of who I am, because I'm a photographer, because I see things in different ways. I think to a lot of people, I'm always noticing things. I'm always looking up and looking into the sky and looking at people and how they've put themselves together. And I'm not being critical. I'm just interested, and I'm fascinated by different colors and the light.
You're the observer.
Yes, I find myself observing me at times as well. I almost lift myself out of my body, and I'm watching myself talking to people and thinking, what are they seeing when I'm talking to them? I find it really fascinating. It's almost have an out-of-body experience, and I really enjoy that.
How connected do you think inner and outer beauty are?
I think, unfortunately, outer beauty becomes a bit obsessive, and it seems to be a constant clinging on to perfection, which is impossible, and moving from that beauty that is in your youth to the beauty that comes from wisdom and aging and experience and the life lessons that you learn. That's so much deeper, and it's so multi-layered. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder as well. It's what you see, and you can always find beauty in people and in things if you just look.
So is that what you do when you go out with your camera? Do you look for beauty, or do you just find it and want to capture it? What happens for you?
Sometimes it finds me, and it is essentially about the light and the angle of the light, and whether there's sun. But sometimes when there's no sun, it's really grey, and then you get this vivid a flower that has this amazing colour, or a little bird, or just something random, like you find a child's toy on the pavement and it's a star or something. You think, oh my gosh, there's something just poignant about a little plant that's come up through the cracks in the pavement. There's always something. And if you can't find anything on the ground, look up into the sky. look at the clouds, look at the trees, the silhouettes of the trees, the leaves, the little new leaves that are unfurling, spring coming now. It's magical.
Do you feel beautiful? Or when do you feel beautiful?
That's a difficult question. I think I feel love rather than beautiful. I know I have an immense capacity for love, to hold space for love, and to feel loved and to be loved. I really have learned that in my life. It is the answer to every question.
When you talk about holding space and you define yourself as a holder of heart space, what do you mean?
I discovered that I am a holder of space quite by accident. I was on a retreat and I discovered that when we were in a circle and when each person who came to me in the circle, they were able to emote and break down and break through and could feel vulnerable when they were in my space. And that really blew my mind. I didn't know that I had that kind of capacity. So I really, I love to be with someone and make them feel safe and hold them while their heart opens and they allow themselves to really feel what they feel and claim it and own it. That's my passion. That is what I love to do. I love to talk to people. I love to really have those deep, meaningful conversations. It's incredible.
And when people relax and allow you to hear their stories, does it change the way you perceive them? To come back to this notion of beauty, do you find that is their beauty shining through? The fact that they can really honor the truth of their story? Or
it transforms them. It really, really does. You can see it in their eyes, in their face. Everything softens. Everything, their whole body just, they relax. They suddenly feel more comfortable in their own skin. And what an incredible gift that you can give to somebody, that they can find that space in that moment to be who they are and to discover more about where they really need to be. And that's when I use the cards. I will draw some cards for them, and what is going on in their life comes up in the cards, and we talk and we discuss and we share this beautiful moment, and they leave looking younger and looking at their life as this gift that they've been given. So yeah, it's
a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Muffy, I've got some cards here with quotes by famous people. Would you like to pick one, read it, and tell me what you think? Or just
okay, I hope I understand the words.
I'll help you read it.
Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorite quotes. People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when darkness sets in, their beauty is revealed only if there is a light from within. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. That's really interesting that I chose that, because Elizabeth Kubler-Ross did a lot of grief work and death and dying, and I've been through that over this past year, and I've got the absolute shivers.
You know, I was hoping you would pick that card. Yeah.
It's this is what we need to see in ourselves, because it has to start from within. That light has to shine from within out. You have to fill yourself up so that you overflow in your fullness. That's what that means to me. And there are several tarot cards that have that, the stained glass windows, and I always think of this quote when I see them. It is such a message that be yourself, shine what you have to give, because it's so unique. Nobody else is like you. Nobody else has that capacity to be that particular piece in this whole big puzzle. It's really beautiful. That little piece of color of glass that's in that window, when the light shines through that, that's when it's like a revelation. It's beautiful. It's so important. So important.
No, I love what you have to say about it. It feels very nice. Another card.
It's like drawing cards.
Yeah. But it's really interesting that your first card was the one I intended you to pick. Yeah.
Well, this is also, Khalil Gibran is one of my favourite authors. Beauty is not in the face. Beauty is a light in the heart.
That's what you were saying.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Confirmation.
I have nothing else.
What would you say to young women today if they asked you for advice, on how to feel beautiful, how to be beautiful? Is it important? What would your advice be?
Put yourself first. Because when you do that, you are giving yourself value, which only can come from within. You don't need to look anywhere else. You don't need to hear anything else. You just need to find that space within yourself that says, I'm okay. I'm enough. I am as beautiful as I need to be in this moment. And that's really what it's about, is being in the present moment, being comfortable with who you are right now, and stop striving to be somebody else or reinventing yourself so that you look like somebody else, or claim your uniqueness and your beauty and your style and your capacity to feel the way you feel. Just claim it.
Was it difficult for you when you were in your 20s or 30s? Did
Very.
you compare yourself to other women?
I was constantly comparing. I never felt enough. Never. Everything around me told me I wasn't enough. I didn't do enough. I wasn't clever enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't intelligent enough. I didn't have enough talent. I just wasn't enough. I didn't do it the right way. I was stubborn, very, and I was so resentful because nobody seemed to see me. Nobody saw me. Nobody knew me. But the main problem was because I had put up so many walls around myself. Nobody could get in. I didn't trust. I didn't trust anyone or anything. I had learned that I couldn't do that, and I couldn't even hug. I had to teach myself to hug, and I know people, they said, no, you're serious. I felt so uncomfortable if anybody got too close to me. My personal space was really, really important. I was holding everybody and everything at arm's length. And it's taken me a long, long time. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but I really like who I am now, and I like that I'm open, I'm vulnerable, I feel things, and I can finally show those feelings and express them. And that's my next venture, is to express, speak my truth, walk my talk, get out there and be visible and be me and be true to me.
You help a lot of people with your writing in particular. No, your poems are absolutely beautiful. They're very, very simple. I love the process because it starts with very simple words. And you don't actually know where it's leading to, but you feel as you read them, I mean, I feel that I relax as I read them. And you take me to places that I discover and I feel, oh my God, I mean, I've arrived here at this beautiful space where I feel loved. I feel there's some kind of healing that happens between the beginning of the poem and the end of the poem. I don't know how you work that magic, but it happens in very subtle ways and with very, very ordinary words.
Yeah.
It's a very peaceful process and I love it. Every time I'm really present and reading the poem, you know, very slowly, just the feeling just sinks in and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
You do, yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful gift that you have. Okay, another card.
Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. Yeah, smiles are contagious. I used to do a little exercise while I was sitting in a shop I used to run. I would just smile at people walking by, and it was really funny to see their reaction. People don't, most people would turn around and look behind them as to say, who are you smiling at? And then they'd smile and they would walk away. You could see they were uplifted. And it doesn't cost anything, and it lights up everybody's face. Doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your face looks like. It does. It has a way of lighting up, and it's contagious. And if you put a giggle with it as well, it's even better, especially on the London tubes. It's really funny. It's really funny. Yeah, it's beautiful. As was Mother Teresa. Yeah, this is the thing I think that we've lost, is that there's so many little things you can do that cost nothing, and that it helps you as well as that other person. It's like a pay it forward thing. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Is there anything you'd like to add about beauty in general, or anything a message you would like to share about beauty, about love, about whatever you wish?
What is my message? I really believe that everything that happens to you is always for your highest good. Even if it doesn't feel like it at the time, if you just wait and allow and surrender to it, that life loves you and it'll hold you. You are supported. You are safe. It can be such an adventure. Let's do that. Let's have an adventure. Life is amazing. It's incredible.
Oh, what beautiful words. Thank you. I'm so blessed to have you as a friend.
Oh,
I mean, it's
likewise.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Muffy. I hope you enjoyed this interview, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. À bientôt. Bisous.